Philippi qualified third today. It was really tricky conditions.
Yeah, no, it was crazy VIR conditions like always. It seems like started to rain quite a bit there. It was fun being out there and trying to beat some of the other Elantras. I think I'm starting right behind the Veloster, and then Harry's second, I'll be third. I like that inside row here, so it should be a good race.
AJ Muss, wild ride. You're starting sixth, good job.
Yeah.
Talk about your session.
Yeah, I didn't have very many practice laps just due to red flags and some other stuff. I've only had 2 laps in the car going into qualifying, so didn't have a ton of confidence in me. The car actually felt really good. The guys made a huge change, which gave us a lot of confidence in the car. The intermediate VIR conditions with it, track being dry, but it's raining, so you don't know if it's really dry, and that lack of confidence for me was just like, you know what, I'll put a decent time out there. Might not be the fastest, but let's go race. It's a long race, and 6th place is a good place to start from. We've gotten to the lead from there, and we're just gonna go race now.
So having those been your first laps of the day, essentially, how's the car?
The car that I had before and the car that I have now are 2 completely different cars, but the car that we have now is a really good car, and it allowed me to start to build some confidence. It was just a little bit of the lack of confidence in me with the rain on the windshield really coming down. It's really quick to write off a car here, and at the end of the day, getting a car to the finish line is going to score you more points than getting no car to the finish line, so we're going to go out there and try to get up the front.
The data. Something like that?
It was a very un-Mark Wilkins-like experience out there off-roading in the Elantra.
Yeah, maybe too much time in the mountains or something. No. Yeah, no, it was a challenging qualifying. I mean, it was a little bit damp. Kind of felt like I needed to go for it quick, not perhaps too quick. Just got a bit loose in the wrong spot. A little bit of a correction and not much room to make the correction, and ended up a little off track, and that's it. So we've started last before and we've won, so we'll just put our heads down and drive hard, and I think we'll be okay.
So the question for you is, today qualifying is at 5:30 and the rain was intermittent. The race tomorrow is at 4:40 and there's potential for the same conditions.
Yeah, I mean, it's something we need to think about for sure as far as our setup goes. I mean, it's a possibility. It wasn't supposed to rain today, so that caught us, a little bit off guard, but, no excuse. It's just, you have to go. It was the driest at the beginning, so to try to push to get the time, have to look and see. Maybe that first time was not so bad compared to where everyone ended up, I don't know, but lesson learned. I mean, you've got to have that level of patience and know. Car felt pretty good to that point, but that compression can catch you out. It has in the past. It's caught some of us out in the past, and today it was my turn. So on to the race tomorrow, and we'll focus forward, and we'll be pushing hard.
Tomorrow, this is qualified, you're starting. Robbie's going to finish. What are you thinking about that strategy? If it's rainy, anything can happen tomorrow?
Anything can happen. I'm thinking of Mosport or, at CTMP when Robert showed up for the race, I mean, just a bit of a different mindset. Go in and anything can happen. I think if we're good with the strategy, we can put ourselves in a good position. So it's racing, it's highs and the lows, and it's a low, but we'll just get over it and move forward. It'll be exciting, that's for sure.
Taylor Hegler, well done. Challenging conditions.
Yeah, it was a bit iffy. Some parts of the track were dry, some parts were wet and getting wetter. I think we kind of just missed the window on when the best part of the track was going to be, which is usually about lap 1 to 3, and we used 2 of those to warm the tires. So after that, we just kind of had to deal with what we had, and I made a couple mistakes that cost us a few seconds, but in all, we ended up P7, and I think we'll be fine for the race.
Harry, the 98 Elantra's been running strong all day, and you proved that once again in a challenging qualifying session. You were second starting tomorrow. VIR's been a good track for you in the past, on the podium here last year and on the front row the year before. Talk about your day today.
Yeah, definitely tricky conditions out there in qualifying with rain slowly getting heavier throughout the session. Had the first couple of laps, we had the opportunity and we were able to put down a decent lap time, but it wasn't quite enough for pole position. But I think we're going to have a good, strong race car for tomorrow, and just looking forward to getting out there and doing battle.
Michael Johnson, great session here at VIR. You probably look steadier than anybody else out there today. It was kind of a wild, crazy ride for some. You're starting 4th tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that was a really good qualifying session. Starting 2nd row was always nice. Really sets us up well for the 2-hour race here at Virginia International Raceway. I thought the Hyundai Elantra NTCR was working really, really well, a lot better than it was in practice. So I'm really excited for the race tomorrow with Steven.
So there's potential that it could be these conditions during the race tomorrow. Do you savor that? Do you like rain?
I think these conditions tomorrow should be okay. I mean, I did okay in qualifying with these conditions, so I think if these were the conditions tomorrow, I do okay. It's not my favorite, but I think if I had to do it, I could master the job very well.
And then talk about coming off of 2 back-to-back second place finishes, or back-to-back second place finish, and you finished second last year here at VIR. Seems like this is a track you really like.
Yeah, I'm really excited to use that momentum that we have from Road America and Lime Rock, and just really focus on what we've been doing well, executing well in the pits, and just driving very well and qualifying well. That's where it all starts, to make sure that you're in the front and not trying to play catch up in the race. So I think we have a really good start, and hopefully we can capitalize on this progress we've been making on this car all year long.